and the fast and slow timings, find the relevant timing. First scene the distance
Yeah,
timing
buddy.
and the background timing.
Okay.
This is the main thing in strategy.
Pause that. Pause that. Oof. Been listening to The Book of Five Rings. By the undefeated swordsman Musashi. Strategy. My strategy is to get an 8-pack and then challenge everybody. Challenge all the fitness models and, of course, all the martial artists. It's coming. It's coming. Trust me. This recipe I'm doing because I'm basically fasting. I haven't eaten anything since Saturday. And I guess I'm eating something now because there's going to be 3 lemons. I'm not counting it. But regardless, you're going to see how easy it is, how quick it is. Let me get the camera in here. It's not going to be a long video. Alright. We got 3 lemons. And then before I start with that, I'm just going to flip my honey over so that it's easy to pour. I don't really have much left. I only need a half cup for the recipe. So, anyway, it's kind of an adaptation of Jub's electrolyte lemonade. His recipe had an apple in it. I'm not doing the apple. I'm just doing 3 lemons. I'm cutting off the yellow, and I'm leaving most of the pit, which is the white part. Believe it or not, there is a lot of nutrition in the pith called bioflavonoids, and those are the things that complex vitamin C. So there's no excuse me, there's no isolates in nature. If you're taking a vitamin C supplement, you're not getting what you think out of it because you gotta have bioflavonoids with it. Because that's the way it comes in nature. I don't do supplements anyway. I'm just letting you know. I'm a little low energy because I worked out for 3 hours. Haven't had any hydration since. I'm on break from doing laundry. Just took a shower. And I want to share this with you. It's like those Italian ices, and I'm calling it King of New York because the most famous Italian ice around here anyway is called King of Corona, and that is a brand that was built on one recipe, which is the lemon ice. And strategically, I think that's the best way, which is to focus on one thing. Get good at it. And, I have a few recipes, but I don't have a lot. I just have, the best ones. I go for the best ones. I got sushi, I got pizza, I got chocolate, I got ice cream, and let's see, the Vitamix has lines here, so I got to get up to this line for a half cup. I could probably get away with a quarter cup. Let's see how much honey I have, because I'm running low here. This is $10 for 2 pounds, and I go through it quick because I drink a lot of tea when I'm not eating. Alright, I got about a half cup. Good. Nice. So half cup of honey. We got 3 lemons skinned. And that's basically it. I'm going to put a pinch of Celtic salt just to make it pop, You know, it's like a flavor enhancer. Look, this is just barely any Celtic salt. Alright, make it pop. And I think maybe I'll put just a splash of apple cider vinegar. But just a little splash, okay? Now, let's come over to the blender. Alright, so here's what I'm putting on my Yohimbe and Tribulus formula. It says Master Lucky 2020, picture of a dragon. I haven't decided if I'm going to call it Dragon Mist, Dragon Blood. The hot sauce that I make with habanero, I'm calling that Dragon Fire, I think. But Dragon something. Here's a little bottle. It sprays. Okay. I don't eat rice. I don't eat bread. What's going to happen if you're eating grains is called cachexia. Okay. How the heck do I pass 135 at 5? Do you remember pass this weed if I want to keep competing? Lots of veggies. I don't know what pulses are. I'll have to look that up. But definitely rice and wheat are grains. And you want to look up, oh, beans? No, those aren't live food either. Grains and beans, anti-nutrients. You got to look that up. There's a book called Grain Brain. And beans are indigestible. You're not getting what you think out of those things. I recommend quinoa, millet, chia, amaranth, and a little bit of flax. Those are not grains, those are seeds. No grains, no beans. They're not digestible, and they're anti-nutrients. Sorry to tell you, but I gotta be honest, right? It's like we're sparring. If we're sparring, and I hit you, I'm doing you a favor, okay? What would you recommend to cut weight for wrestling? Gee, how do you cut weight for wrestling? If you want to talk about cutting weight, that's pretty much sweating it out, right? But if you want to lose weight, if you want to do something healthy, you have to refine your menu. Go to lifefoodcertified.com and click on where it says ingredients. If you're on your phone, there's a drop down menu at the top, and if you go down, it says ingredients, and if you eat anything on that list, it's going to bring your body into balance, okay? If you're eating something that's not on that list, it's probably going to result in cortisol being released, which is the stress hormone that turns calories to fat. And now most people have fat here. And that's a result of stress in the intestine. And that's because of what you ate. So I have a program that addresses that from the top down. First you fix what's going in here, then you cleanse starting from the top of the intestinal tract, which is the liver. We do a liver flush. But you have to address the food that's coming in. Alright, and look, if you ever have any questions while I'm not on this video, I appreciate that, Chase. Look, I'm a natural athlete. I do take Yohimbe and Tribulus. Those are, I would say, natural steroids, because the Yohimbe is it kind of like boosts your metabolism and your heart rate. I take that as a pre-workout. I mix that with Tribulus, which is a very spiky berry, and that boosts your testosterone. So I still consider myself a natural athlete. I don't take pills, and I don't take any pills. I don't even take vitamins. I eat whole foods. I do fasting, and I really am dedicated to my mission, which is Master Luki's League of Champions, the safest way. Okay? And I'll talk about that in future videos. And Master Luki brand, health food. So I appreciate that you're coming here for advice, because I'm not gonna give you any BS program that involves keto, animal products, that's going to result in disease down the line. I'm going to give you the healthy food that you're going to end up shredded. You're not going to be big and bulky. Okay? And now there are people who eat similar to what I do, and they do steroids. They are big and bulky, but I'm a performance athlete. I have to fight. At the end of the day, that's what I end up doing, is fighting. So I want to get to low weight. I want to be all muscle and nothing extra that's going to weigh me down. I basically want to be like a lightning bolt. If you understand. So, you know, I can relate to cutting weight for wrestling. I'm cutting weight, you know, not for the purpose of cutting weight, just because I'm trying to get to just to be the most pure, you know, body type that I can be, which I really only have a little bit of extra debris. I would say debris, which is, at this point, it's intracellular, in between the cells. It's something that happened to me since I was a baby, basically. If you look at where it is, it's right underneath. It's right underneath the where my mom's umbilical cord attached to me. So, you know, God bless my parents. They did the best they could, and then here I am improving on that. So, I guess I should stay at 135 and build it to the best I can. Look, I understand that there's a weight class that you're in, so you have to work within that. I actually never cut weight for Ultimate Fighting. I was 170 pounds. I fought at 170 pounds. I walked in the ring at 170 pounds, and I fought people who were 185 pounds and up. I never got finished, never got knocked out, I never got submitted. And I think being strong is more important than being a certain weight. And I would go by how you feel. Keep doing your exercises. Take a fitness log. Take a fitness log. You put in your book what you have done, and then you can see that you're getting stronger. You know, say you did 25 push-ups in a minute, then you did 26 push-ups in a minute. You understand what I'm saying? That's the number that you want to look at. Your performance. Alright, look, this is you. You could be a big dragon, you could be a small dragon. Everybody knows you don't want to mess with a dragon, right? Alright. So this is a recipe that is gonna work on the electrical strength of your body. This isn't like a bulking meal. It's not even really a cutting meal. This is a meal that's gonna mineralize. And the elements of the lemon is going to go into, it's going to get the minerals into your body. Sir Doyle, what up, guy? Listen, I've been really busy. I want to catch up with you. We'll do it soon. I'm on a mission, guys. Can you do any other flavors besides lemon? Of course. You can do any flavor. Lemon's really good, though. It's called the King of New York, all right? I'm sure you've heard of the King of Corona. That's the lemon ice, all right? That brand was built on lemon and chocolate. And you could do it with chocolate. Anyway, let's get into it because it's not going to be a long video. But we got 3 lemons, we got a half cup of honey, a pinch of Celtic salt, a splash of apple cider vinegar, and I only use the Vitamix because maybe not this recipe, but most thick recipes, when you're making a creamy, like an ice cream or a bread, you need this, which is called the tamper, to push the material down and in because there's not a lot of liquid, as you saw. All right? right, now I'm going to put ice. Right? Kind of stuck in there. Oh. Cracking on the floor. I will try these. At 120 and 135, I've only lost one match at my weight. I fight, wrestle, and spar bigger people, and that... Oh, hold on. And that is why I try to get bigger, but I really need to get the best out of my frame. Yeah, you know, you got to do the best you can with what you got. If you're getting bigger, you're fighting bigger people, okay? And you have to fight bigger people anyway, but look, there is different types of strategies. You have speed, you have agility, you have power, you have strength, you have technique. All of these things come into play. And you can't be everything unless you come up against somebody who's your exact duplicate. So if you're up against somebody who's taller, you have to be more agile. If you're up against somebody who's stronger, you have to be more quicker, right? If you're up against somebody who's more powerful, meaning fast and strong, you have to be more technical. So this is real like jiu-jitsu, which is taking the energy and spinning it, flipping it, taking what they got and turning it. Think of it like riding a dragon. You can't control the dragon, but you can steer it. You can steer that dragon where you need to go. Trying to break this ice on the concrete floor here. Alright, so look, we got 2.5 cups of material. Hold on. Adapting, you mean to say, while keeping at the top athletics and nutrition. Yeah, well, you got to be the best you can be. No matter what, no matter who you're facing, you do have to be the best you can be. I was just listening to Musashi, the greatest swordsman of Japanese history. He said train day and night. When you're talking about fighting for your life, what other choice do you have? You're just going to accept, you're just going to approach with a half heart? No, you have to give it everything. Okay, Musashi's quote was, "You don't die with the sword undrawn." Think about that. The samurai accepts that one day they're going to die, and that's why they can fight with everything they got. All right, so we had 2.5 cups, and now this is up to the 6 cup line. So what's that? 3.5 cups of ice. All right, and that's about it. Alright, so Doyle says he's in a bit of a pickle. He needs my help. Alright, so look, just for you and then for everybody watching, I've taken on the role of Sir Doyle's proxy healthcare provider, which means that all of his healthcare comes through me. So what I have here is a form that comes from the government, and it says what he can and cannot eat, and I'm putting together that list for you, so don't worry, and I'll come deliver it. Now, this cup's dirty. We get a new cup, because I got to take this to go back to the laundromat, alright? And then I'll put another one in the freezer for later. It'll be nice. Yeah, buddy. Wait, let's bring the camera in here if we can. Okay, how's that? There's one. Come on now. Work me, man. Here's two. Oh yeah. It's the good stuff right there. And then I'll put a little bit in a cup for right now. Let's see what we got. I got a little mug. How about that? No, it's gonna be too big. Stand by. I thought I had a nice little glass, but we'll go with this. Alright guys, so that's going to be it for this video. Let me take you in for a close-up. As always, if you ever have any questions about, wrong way, about nutrition, about fitness, about general health, you can find all my contact info on masterluki.com. Like I said before, there's a scroll down menu on top. Click that, and I think the bottom one says contact. So you got my phone number there, you got my text, you got my email, you got my social media. I think that's the best way to do it, because for some reason, I haven't figured it out yet, YouTube doesn't notify me when you comment. So I do go back and check though. I try. Okay. And I got some more training videos coming. I'm just putting the top on here. Alright. So that's it, man. Guys, I'm going to go finish my laundry. I don't even have a shirt. You know, I got to figure out. Maybe I'll grab one from the Lost and Found. My background, yes, I'm not from Boston. I'm from Long Island, New York. I'm living in Lynbrook right now. I was born and raised a little away from here, about 20 minutes from here, in a place called New Hyde Park. And my parents still live there. This basement that you've so nicely called the man cave is in the basement of my father's apartment building. It's a 3-family apartment building, and it's not a legal apartment, so don't tell anyone. You know, when I left Ultimate Fighting, I was able to survive for a little bit, you know, with the private lessons that I had. I lost, you know, my fame over time, and a couple other things happened, so I lost my house. I was living in the gym, in the office, and my dad was kind enough to build this place for me. But it's moldy, I gotta be honest. I'm not in my best health right now because of the mold, but it hasn't killed me yet, and I'm gonna keep fighting. I'm gonna work my way up, and I'm not gonna stop till I get what I'm after. And that's a successful brand to replace the current model of traumatic brain injury and other injuries that happen even in jiu-jitsu and, you know, nutrition and the medical industry. To your health. Yeah, he says get it cleaned out. You'll help me with funds. Well, look, I appreciate any money that comes in. You know, I do accept donations right on my contact page there. But to be honest, I'm not looking to stay here. I'm looking to move up and out. So any money that you give me is going to go to the League of Champions. You know, whether it's traveling to other gyms. You know, there's gyms in Pennsylvania now that are open. I'm going to go in there and challenge them. I pretty much got all the equipment I need. I got enough equipment for about 5 guys who have no equipment to fight each other. I'm not eating. I'm only eating on the weekends, basically, with my kids. So I don't need money for food. But any money that you donate is going to go to Master Lukey brand. Trust me on that. You know, I'm not flaunting any fancy cars or fancy clothes. Oh, that's a great story. Well, you know, I know one day we'll meet and we could have a great battle. The link is on masterlukey.com. Just click on where it says contact, okay, and then you scroll down there. It says donate. I'll try to put it in my videos too. Thanks for the reminder. Yo, this is really good. I'm not gonna lie. It's hitting the spot right now. Ooh, brain freeze. Ah! Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for being a part of this, of my mission. I'm not selfish. I'm doing it for the team. All right? And we're going to win. Facts. Oath.